Well, hello everyone, and welcome once again to Casey's Convoy. I am going through the Prime um, training school here, PSD training school here in Salt Lake, and today is day 9. I know I've missed a few days. It's been really hectic with studying for the pre-trip inspection. So, if coming to truck driving school is something you're looking into, uh, look into the pre-trip inspection. There's videos on YouTube done by Prime themselves, and there's other videos. Truth in Trucking shows you pictures and gives you titles, and it's pretty close to the tests that we do here. And knowing that stuff puts you way ahead of the game. Everyone comes here with different knowledge levels, different experiences, different backgrounds. Some have been in trucking, other trucking schools, or worked for other trucking companies in the past, or what have you, or just been around the lifestyle and know what things are. For me personally, the kind of guy that sits in a car, turns the key, if it starts, I go. If it doesn't, I call AAA. I have absolutely no mechanical background. Would not know what a belt-driven water pump was if it bit me in the behind. I do now though, and there's just a lot to remember, and it's part of the test to get your CDL. I think personally that getting your CDL should be whether or not you know how to drive an 18 wheeler. I think the backing and driving, being used to towing that much weight, because it's not like a vehicle. It's not. I had my first day of backing today. Some of my class had it yesterday. There's about 8 to 10 people in my class, so when people are ready to test and they have to go through the 4 things, you have to wait in line and take your turn. And today was my day to get completed with everything. So it took me. I had an extra day of to get through it. Prime will work with you. They don't want to wash anybody out, so they're going to put the time and energy into dedicated to you to try to do what they can to help you out. But a lot of it is on your own. You have a hotel room that they provide for you. Honestly, it's not the best hotel. I'm just being honest. I'm not complaining. A lot of other companies either don't put you up in any type of living quarters, or make you pay them back for it, or give you, small amount of money towards it, which doesn't cover it. So we're at Prime. We're very blessed to have a roof over our heads. The hotel provides a free breakfast, and then you get meal tickets for your first few, like the first week or so that you're at Prime, and then they also have other ways for you to get money to, so you're eating out of the cafeteria at least. If you have money, you can do whatever you want. You don't have to eat at the cafeteria. You don't have to eat at the hotel. But I mean, I'm saying they're providing these things for their students, which is amazing. It's wonderful. My hat's off to Prime for doing that. So I'm not complaining, but it is not uh, the the cleanest of hotels. I had a couple of classmates that changed rooms because of possible black mold in their room. There was a leak in one of my other classmates' rooms where he slipped and fell and injured his back. Not severely, but there were flies in this room. I'm not used to having flies in a hotel room. There was definitely a smell about the place when you walk in. I don't know what that is, but still, got a nice air conditioned place to stay, with a roof over my head, a bed to sleep on. So really, that I should be thankful and not complaining. So that is there. So backing today, I did some straight backing. Um, I've never been inside of a 18 wheeler before. I've never been inside, never driven one. Didn't know the mechanics of it, how it worked until I got here. And I did backing probably for at least an hour and a half, probably maybe more, 2 hours. And then I went into started what's called offset backing. You offset backing to your driver's side, offset backing to the blind side, and they teach you all this stuff. And then after I get this mastered, which I'll still be working on it tomorrow,
Maybe tomorrow afternoon after lunch, I'll start working on parallel parking. And once you get that down, then they would do into alley docking, which I watched a couple people do it today, and it looks very difficult. Um, yeah, alley docking is should be a thing of the past. I'm just saying, but no, it's still a thing, and so you need to learn how to do it, and it's important, and it's something they teach you here. And then some of my classmates were even already able to go on the road and start driving on the roads around here, which is really super cool. And I hope to do that coming up, before the end of this week. Anyway, you don't get any days off while you are in school, so I've been working since last Monday. Um, 7 to 3:30 ish, um, and meet the shuttle at 6:30 at the hotel. They drive you in, so you don't have any cost there. You can bring your car. If you bring your car, there's a place where you just let them know. You push a button, let them know. Security know you're a student, so you can bring your car. I wish I'd brought mine. In hindsight, um, having a way to get to Walmart to take my classmates if I wanted to, so they don't have to wait on the shuttle. But the shuttle will pick you up and take you to the terminal. They'll pick you up. Hopefully, they want they prefer to have a group of you, so it's not just shuttling one person back and forth, and take you to Walmart, so you can get laundry soap or whatever. There's laundry facilities at the terminal, there's laundry facilities at the hotel. It's a little more expensive, but not very expensive at all. I just spent, I think it was $1.50 to do the washing and $2 to dry. Didn't use all the drying time because that it costs $2, but that gives you 70 minutes. And I know that when I dry things at home, it takes about 35 minutes. I went back and checked on it, and it was in about 35 minutes, and it was dry. It was all hot, so I picked it up. So yeah, it's been a really positive experience so far. The trainers, I have a positive experience with them, um, and they laugh and smile and joke around with you, but they also take their job very seriously, and so you don't want to um, come here thinking that they rely on you to do your part. They're not there to be your mom, hold your hand. They give you study material. They show you where to go to look at things up, and they expect you to know it. And some are more hands-on than others, which for someone like me, I'd appreciate it. I have a classmate that had driven for another company, and um, he doesn't need all that hands-on stuff. And if they see you're doing great, they're not going to micromanage you. They're going to give you the training time, the practice time, but they're not going to micromanage you. And if you need more help, then they'll help you as well. So um, that's good. So anyway, like I said, it's day 9. I apologize. I missed like day 7 and 8 or something like that. I was busy trying to memorize all these different parts, and not only that, but then what they were, whether they were properly mounted and secured, not cracked, bent, or broken, whether they were properly mounted and secured, no abrasions, bulges, and cuts, and then more on top of that, depending on what part it was. So my brain is fried. It's melting out of my ears. It's coming down right here, if you haven't seen it. But yeah, so again, the comments are open now. I learned how to open the comments part up, so you can leave comments and questions if you want to. I've seen a couple people do that, and thank you for that. And I'm going to go ahead and leave you here. I'm going to go ahead and study some more. When we do the pre-trip inspection, they make you do so many of them before you can get to actually put your hands on the truck. So you do the engine part, you do the driver's side, the driver's door and fuel area, you do the coupling area, you do the trailer portion. Um, then now what I'm studying is the in cab, and probably get into the lights. And so I'll probably just solely work on in cab for tonight. My brain needs to not be so stressed out and to just do a little bit. Um, I honestly thought that because I was looking at the parts from the engine all the way through the trailer, instead of one thing at a time, and I had to remind myself that the way to eat an elephant is one bite at a time. So remember, when you're eating elephants, one bite at a time. So I focused on the engine, and I got that down, and I passed it. Then I went on to the coupling, and or the driver's side door and fueling area, and I got that down and passed it. And I wasn't as overwhelmed as when I was trying to look at everything and memorize everything. And a lot of the parts are the same. So, you're looking at this big, huge thing, and it's not really all of that. So, I had to, get out of my own head for a little bit and just refocus, and I was able to get through it. And like I said, now I'm doing the backing stuff. So, anyway, thank you for tuning in. Apologize for missing those days. I'll try to keep on top of this more, share with you guys what I'm doing. And I think that I'll be in training at least another week and a half, maybe 2 weeks, before I even take the actual CDL test. And once I do that, then I'll be moving on to a second part of a training. This is PSD training. Then there's TNT. We're actually going on the road for 30,000 miles with an instructor. And there might be a week or two. I've seen some comments on Facebook where some people have waited an hour, a few minutes. Some people go right into it because they had a trainer in PSD. We've had a couple of our classmates that have trainers that pick them up already, and they're going to do the PSD phase. And I know a couple of them are going straight into the TNT phase, so they already have their trainer for their whole time. And then I see comments on Facebook where people are waiting, a month to get that right fit, to have somebody that's a non-smoker, or to have somebody that's female, or to have somebody that, whatever the requirements are, because Prime tries to match you up with it's almost like a dating service where they don't want you to be uncomfortable with the person that is training you. They don't want the trainer to be uncomfortable with the person they're training. They're bringing somebody into your truck, and it's a small confined area, and you have to be together for 30,000 miles. And I'm sure there's fixes if something goes haywire, but they say that since they've done this matching thing, that a lot of the conflict has ended, and it's worked out a lot better. So so sometimes it takes a little longer to find that right fit for somebody. So can't really complain about waiting if the waiting is to match you up with somebody that's your same personality type, so things go well for your training, right? Makes sense. So anyway, I'm gonna get off of here, go sit over there and watch some videos on NCAB, and go over my paperwork for the NCAB pre-trip inspection. We fondly call our trainers, instead of Mr. Examiners, you're supposed to say, we call him Mr. Inquisitor, as in like the Spanish Inquisition, and he likes that, thinks that's rather amusing. So we've continued to do that just for fun. They're good people. They really are good people here. So anyway, like always, be good to each other. Thank you for tuning in, and I'll catch you next time. All right, bye now.